African men would usually get married just so they can have kids. It's changing as the years go by. It's changing. So now, a woman is wanted for more. This is why we often get the question, what do you have to offer which is of value to your other partner aside sex? Be you a man or a woman, what do you have to offer? Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I'm MJ and this is MJ's Fair, the channel where we're all about growth financially and in your relationship. We also do talk about faith and lifestyle. So today we're looking at the big question which people often ask, which is, what do you have to bring to the table which is of value aside sex? Now, for men, it's pretty easy because men are always like, oh, I'm the head of the family, I'm the breadwinner, be it in a relationship while you're still dating or when you're married. They're always like, I'm the head of the family, I pay the bills, I pay the rent if we're still renting, or I built the house. Or you hear them say, yeah, I pay the bills, I basically get everything done in the house, I give you money for everything. So they're like, oh yeah, that's what I bring to the table. What do you bring to the table aside sex? And women often get really angry because it's like a question of her value. Ask yourself this question. Even before getting into a relationship, what do you have to offer aside sex? Because remember, here we're all about purposeful dating. So sex is definitely not one of those reasons why you should go about dating, because you can acquire that, you can get that anywhere, whenever and however you want to. So what can you bring to the table which is of value to the opposite sex? Then you should not even get into a relationship because that just shows you're not ready yet. Actually, this question was asked and the lady said, oh, she cooks for the guy, she cooks, she cleans, she makes the house a home, and the guy was like, I can pay for that, which is true. Now, I'm not minimizing acts of love or services of love. No, I'm just saying whenever you get this question, that's actually what they want to know. What do you have to offer them that they cannot afford, that they cannot buy? That is actually what they want. But we're in no way minimizing or underlooking the fact that yes, we get to cook and clean the house for them. No, we're not undermining that, okay? But let's start first with those things you can offer in a relationship which cannot be bought. Number one thing you can do is support this guy. As a lady, you can support this guy financially. Yes, you can. Probably his investments are stuck up somewhere, they're delaying to pay. Like he was expecting money but it's delaying. You can actually support, you can pay the bills, you can pay the rent. That's something he cannot pay somebody to do for him. So as a lady, you should be financially stable so you can support this guy. When he's stuck somewhere, you support him. And you must not even necessarily wait for him to be stuck. He might go to work and come back and you just get a gift, or probably he goes to work and come back, you've done the laundry. He goes to work and come back, you've paid the bills, you've paid one bill, it mustn't be all, you've paid one. That's an act of love as well. For women, I'm not saying if you're a stay-at-home mom or wife, you should disobey your husband and go look for a job. No, that's totally not the point. But even while you're staying at home, there's a lot you can do to earn money. We have cell phones, we have internet, we have access to internet nowadays, and it's actually made things much easier for us now. So you can get online jobs and actually earn something, no matter how little it is, as long as you have something coming in which you can afford to do something for yourself without asking from your husband or from your fiance or from your boyfriend financially. Also, you can support morally by through words of encouragement, through words that will lift him up. The times when people are down because business is not going fine, or he just feels like everything is turning bad, everything is turning sour for him, encourage him with your words. As all things work together for our good, encourage this person. That's something you bring to the table which is valuable. And in doing this, you also encourage a person by giving that person comfort, hugs, or you can you analyze the person and you're like, okay, I think I should get a drink for him, or I think I should get something for him. Comfort. So that's another way you can actually support this person. Another thing you can bring to the table. Another thing you can bring to the table is intellectual support. Your intelligence. Nowadays, trust me, men love women who are intelligent. Not necessarily intelligent like, oh, you're always the ace in class, like you're always top, top, top. But if you have a good sense of judgment and you're actually succeeding. Now, it doesn't mean for those who are not formally educated, it doesn't mean you're left out. No, you can be literate in what you do. If you're into a line of business, educate yourself in that line of business. Be an expert in your line of business. Be an expert in something. Know something so well. Probably you're a career woman and you're versed with stocks. You know exactly how the stock market works, and he's wondering like, okay, now I've made some profits. Where can I invest this money? I've been saving up for a huge investment. What can I do? Now you come up and you render such services, like you educate him about the stock market. You tell him how to go about it, or you even tell him, okay, I know someone who can put you through this. You connect him to that person. That's you supporting him with your intellect to him. Because even as a stay-at-home mom and wife, or as a petty trader who is not formally educated, there's a lot you know. You know the things he has interest in. If he's someone who has interest in stocks, if he's someone who has interest in farming, if he's someone who has interest in animal farming, you can actually do research on things like this. In research on animal farming, you cultivate how to take care of a plantain plantation. Yeah, I said that. Plantain plantation, yum nation. Yeah, so you can do a little bit of research on that. That way, when he comes and you be like, oh, since we're saving, probably we can do this and this and that. I've been doing a little bit of research. This is how much it's going to cost if you want to open a farm, or you want to get into animal farming, or you actually want to invest into cryptocurrencies or the stock exchange market. So life is made easy. That's the value you bring to the table, which he cannot pay for, he cannot buy. He cannot just employ anybody to come and sit in your house and do everything you do and still give you intellectual services. That's something you can be of value. Another thing you can also bring to the table is peace. Trust me, in every relationship, everybody wants peace. I don't know about the men, or I don't know about you, but I'm someone who likes to be calm. Like, I just love being calm. So this is one thing you can actually bring to the table. Peace. You can bring peace in your home. You can bring peace in that relationship. When you're peaceful, you transfer peace, you bring peace in your home. Trust me, the other part, your partner is going to feel the peace. He's going to excel, because when someone has peace of mind, it translates to his job. His job, you see his job will boost. Like, everything is just going to be going on fine because he's happy. He's at peace, he's at rest, he's peaceful within him. So he thinks rightly, he makes the right decisions, he acts rightly as well. Women have the capacity and the ability to determine the atmosphere in their homes, the atmosphere in their relationships. You can bring that peace if you want to. When he goes out there and stress at work hits him, when he comes back home and he's at peace, he thinks rightly. He does things the right way. So this is another thing you can bring to your table. Ask yourself, as a woman, can I offer these things? There are more things that they cannot buy. They cannot buy peace of mind. They cannot buy joy. Do you make the environment happy? Are you happy? Are you as an individual happy? Are you joyful? Because it's only when you're joyful that it overflows to the next person. So are you happy? Are you joyful? Remember, in one of my videos, I think the last video, which is about how you know you're ready for a relationship. How do you know you're ready for a relationship? I said a relationship is a union, or where two complete people come together. Complete in every sense. Like, your bank account must be complete, your joy must be complete, your happiness must be complete. So you're not waiting that your partner should come and complete you to make you happy. Like, your happiness shouldn't be dependent on the next person. So it's only when you are completely happy that your joy and happiness can overflow to the next person. So you can also bring stability in your home. You can bring stability in every sense, financially, stability in terms of decisions. Because as a woman, if If you're a praying woman, you understand that everything that happens in the physical first happens in the spiritual. As a woman, as a praying wife, not every woman, as a praying wife, as a praying woman, as a woman who commits her family to God, this is something you bring to the table which cannot be bought. You're praying because you know that it's your future together. You're praying that God blesses the works of his hands, that God blesses his endeavors. You're praying that whenever you're faced with a whenever you're at a tough point where you need to make a decision, a life-changing decision, you go back to God and ask God to direct this head so he makes the right decision for you. Or because if he makes the wrong decision, then you're all going to fall into that pit. So prayer is one thing you bring to the table which is indispensable. Someone once said, God hears the prayer of women more than men. Like the Catholics, they always pray through Mary, mother of Jesus, because they believe that if she can intercede, and they cannot deny her intercession. So ask yourself, these are things you bring to the table which are valuable, which cannot be bought. Are you bringing this to the table? Can you offer this to a man? Because yes, that notwithstanding, cleaning, cooking, turning his house into a home, those are valuable services that, though they can be bought, not everybody's going to do it the way you do it for your boyfriend, for your fiance, for your husband. Nobody's, because when you clean, you're cleaning happily. You're cooking, okay, I really want this food to taste, so that when he eats the food, he's going to be like, you cook so well. So you do it with so much joy, you do it with something extra, which even if he pays for, he's not going to get, right? So these are not undermined, not in any way. That's why even the courts of law actually do regard this as a point. That's why when a couple files for divorce, right, and the wife had been a stay-at-home wife, like a full-time housewife, the courts do not even agree that she goes empty-handed. Why? Because must make sure that that woman lives with a percentage, if not 50-50 even, because they believe that everything, every stage, every success you've been able to achieve, she was part of it. Why? Because she was there to cook, clean, do your laundry, give you peace of mind, give you joy, for you to be able to attain, for you to get those things you got. That's why the court of law always gives that woman a percentage, even not 50% even, of everything you have acquired during your years of marriage. So it is in no way underestimated. This is one thing that we cannot even play. Are you mature enough? Because until you're mature, you cannot even offer these services, because a relationship is all about give and take. So you cannot just be there amassing everything to yourself. You're receiving, you stay in his house, he pays the bills, he does everything, and you're just there. He gives you money to cook, you cook, and then you just sit there. Was of course since we're married, I give him sex and that's it. Please, there's a whole lot more you can offer. This is actually why men, you lose value before a man, because he feels like he's giving you a lot, like you're a liability. He gives you a lot more than you have to offer to him. This is just the exact reason. So ask yourself, if you're already in a relationship, ask yourself, what do you even spend time with this guy? What do you both do? Is it just about the sex? If it's just about the sex, then it's about time you called off that relationship, because that is not the basis on which your relationship should be standing. If it's just about sex, then the relationship is just bound to fail. It's going to end sooner or later, because sex can be gotten at any time. In fact, anywhere at any time. Actually, getting sex is becoming really cheap nowadays, so it shouldn't be something you base your foundation on. Aside sex, what do you both do? If he cannot encourage you to study, if he cannot encourage you to pursue your career, if you don't encourage him to work harder, if you don't encourage him to pursue his career, then you're both just wasting your time. Quit that relationship. It's not helpful. You're just two immature people who are friends with benefits. Okay guys, I've come to the end of this video. I hope it's helpful and educative enough. If you have anything to add, please drop it in the comment section and let's get interactive. Let's learn from each other. Let's learn from one another. And if you've watched up until this point and you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever we put up new videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, it's goodbye from me.